Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 7 of HAZBIN Hotel. This is the penultimate episode of the season. I'm just gonna say it, man. This has gone by so fast, and I don't want to say goodbye just yet. I know we have another episode after this. We're not saying goodbye just yet, but this is our last weekend with the show, and I'm not ready. I'm not ready. However, it's not like we're not going to be without this world for a little while, because once this wraps up, I will be diving into Hell of a Boss. So I do hope you at least stick around for that. Thankfully, though, another season has already been greenlit, so we're not left up in the air wondering if we're going to be getting more. We are, in fact, getting more. We're just going to have to wait. I haven't been waiting nearly as long as a lot of people that have been following this from the get-go, the 4 years, 15 years, whatever that has been taken to even get to the pilot, and then from the pilot to here. You guys have been the champs, the real strugglers. I'm so in love with this world, these characters, this music. Again, I mentioned this last week. If I'm driving in the car, man, I'm slapping on these tunes and I'm having a damn good time. Speaking of which, a couple things that I realized in the interim from last episodes to today. I thought the voice of Lucifer sounded familiar. It's Jeremy Jordan. I didn't realize that he was the one voicing and singing for Lucifer. If you've been around the channel for a little while, you might recognize him from the Arrowverse and former DC stuff. He was Wynn from over on Supergirl. And then another one that took me a little while, because I'm just finding, he's popped up, and you're obviously with Keith David, Stephanie Beatriz, all that. I started digging into all the other cast members, all, former Broadway stars and stuff like that for the most part. And that was where Alex Brightman popped into my head. He was Bach in the original Broadway run of Wicked, and he's Beetlejuice, currently, the Broadway Beetlejuice. And I was like, oh shit, that's what it is. Damn it. It was like killing me for a while, but I just was procrastinating looking it up, and then it just finally, I was like, I'm just going to look into these cast members, and I did. I'm excited to get into this, guys. We had some massive revelations in the last episode. Heaven seemingly has no idea what's going on in hell with these purges, let alone what even gets a person into heaven. Dissent has been sowed within the ranks of the angels themselves. Adam is coming sooner rather than later, and has also revealed to Charlie the truth about Vaggie. And we didn't get time to resolve that either. And Adam said he's coming for the hotel first, so we're not going to have a lot of time to just kind of sit around on our hands to figure this out. But thankfully, I'm wondering if he does approach the hotel first, this may finally force Alistair's hand to reveal why he's actually here and maybe what happened in those 7 years. I don't know if we'll get in this episode or the next, or that's something they'll just kind of hang on to until later. But I'm excited either way to jump into this episode. So guys, let's get ready to do that. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check that out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for reaction the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover in the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, and try to make it worth your while since you're going to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. And with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 7. Hello, Rosie.
So, where are your wings?
Don't have.
Right out of the gate.
Sensitive about her lack of wings, just like her lack of tits.
Yeah, where are your tits?
Any other?
How come every time Charlie talks to heaven, we get in deeper and deeper shit?
It's not her fault. Angels are just liars.
Her best is turning out real well so far.
Oh, come on, Husk.
Isn't it about time for another doomed to fail plan?
No, look at how googly-eyed Pinchas is.
She's upstairs, coming up with something, I'm sure, in our room alone.
What you thinking about? Aww.
Ugh, go away, Alistair.
No. Is that any way to act after picking a fight with all of heaven and dooming everyone you love?
I have enough on my mind without hearing your sadistic idea of a joke, asshole.
Great bedside manner.
Who's joking?
No! Jesus!
I'm just as bad as the cruelest overlord in hell. Maybe worse. At least they don't go go around giving false hope.
Well, I never expected to see such a miserable display of self-loathing from you.
Oh, fuck you, Alistair. All you do is stand there smiling while you watch us struggle and fail.
Just because you see a smile, don't think you know what's going on underneath. A smile is a valuable tool, my dear. It inspires your friends, keeps your enemies guessing, and ensures that no matter what comes your way, you're the one in control.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Adam has an invincible exorcist army pointed right at my doorstep, and there's nothing I can do about any of it.
Oh, he's gonna try to get her to make a deal again.
Those big scary angels are not quite as indestructible as they seem.
What are you talking about?
You and your little band of misfits might stand more of a chance than you think.
How? I'll do anything.
Anything?
Oh no.
Then let's make a deal.
You want my soul?
Your soul? Heavens no! All I need from you is one itty-bitty favor.
Oh, that
anyone for you.
Who's asking? One favor at a time of my choosing where you harm no one. Do we have a deal?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
No.
Oh, no. God.
He gave me info that can save the hotel, but we're going to need help. Carmilla is the key. She killed an exorcist in the last extermination.
I didn't even know that was possible.
If you did, would you have told me?
Charlie.
I need you to go to her. Convince her to teach us. If she can, we might have a chance.
With just the 7 of us?
We're gonna need numbers, too.
And I know just who can help. As long as Charlie can be her normal, charming self.
What's that you said about smiles?
Good girl.
Charlie,
No,
can we
no.
talk about this?
We can talk later. Right now, we have a job to do. You with us?
Oh.
I get it,
and
though.
Charlie just left like they were running away from their responsibilities.
What?
Wait, you knew about this?
I told Boss about it months ago.
He what?
What? They say insane shit all the time. How was I supposed to know
Yeah.
this was true?
Like, you can't really blame him for that.
Created by the shadow government.
See?
What's important now is that we're gonna have a fight on our hands. Look, this hotel's about to become the most dangerous place in hell, and I can't guarantee your safety anymore. I know this place can work, but none of you signed up for this. I'm gonna go learn how we can fight back. And when I come home, well, I'll understand if none of you are here.
3 years!
Cannibal Town.
Why would she lie for so long? Does she think I wouldn't accept her? What about me? Me says ununderstanding. Misunderstanding.
Ooh, the transition in the music as we get deeper into the streets was really well done.
Who hasn't thought about eating their first husband? I certainly would have if he didn't taste so bad. Oh my stars. Do my eyes deceive me? Alistair? Alistair! Who's this you brought with you? Come now, Alistair. She's much too young for you. Oh, I'm just kidding. I know you're an ace in the hole.
A what now?
Oh, there it is.
Come in. Can I offer you something to eat? I'm sure I have a leg around here or something. Oh, what am I thinking? Small thing like you. You're probably watching your figure. How about some nice pinky fingers instead? No.
Oh no.
The extermination is coming early. It'll be here in a month, and they're coming from my hotel and my friends first, and I.
We need your help.
Wow. When you ask a favor, you don't start small, do you, Your Highness? I assume there's more to this plan than a bunch of unarmed cannibals.
Oh, your people will be far from helpless, and by the end, they will be able to eat their fill.
Well, in that case, sure.
They gonna have them eat all the angels that are left over?
Carmine, we need to speak. I know what you did on Extermination Day. We can talk about it inside, or I can yell about it out here.
Yeah, that'll get it.
We know an angel fell at your hands, and we need to know how.
No.
What do you mean, no? The Princess of Hell
Means nothing to me. You have to do better than that.
All Charlie has ever done is try to make things better, to help her people, who, newsflash, include your people too.
And how exactly has that worked out
Yeah.
for her?
We didn't pick the fight, but it's here now. And they aren't gonna stop with us. With us out of the way, it's only a matter of time before they come for the rest of you. They won't stop until all of hell is wiped out, so you can help us make a stand here together.
You're out of time.
Oh!
Angels attack quickly, viciously, and without mercy. You'll need to defend better than that.
This is gonna be like an impromptu training session. You won't get my help, but I'll show you how to do it. Is that what she's kind of cooking up here?
But to get this group into line, you gotta win them over.
But how do I?
With sparkle, razzmatazz, and that oh so appealing moxie of yours. Now, fair warning, this group sticks together. So in order to convince any of them, you'll need to convince all of them. And there's one in particular,
Susan.
Susan, who's a bit of a...
Susan.
Ornery old bitch.
That. She's tough. But win her over, and the rest'll be easy as pie.
Boo! Bring Rosie back.
Susan. Okay, my name's Charlie.
Boo!
And, well,
Get
I run
off
this hotel
the
with my
stage,
partner.
you
Yeah,
blue
well,
Boo! Where's the showmanship? Where's all the
I have
finesse?
a dream,
Fucking
and,
mediocre. Fuck you, you
Let's go!
Be back after a brief intermission.
Oh, shit.
Vaughn, what is this?
You want me to teach you how to beat angels? That's what I'm doing.
By beating the
Let's
shit
go!
By showing you the flaws in your own fighting style.
Oh, whoa. She let her hair down.
No, I'm an exorcist? How?
You have a giant X over your eye and wield an angelic spear. It's not rocket science. Before you found out about
wow.
me, did you know angels could be harmed?
No.
That shows in how you fight. You leave yourself open with every swing. You fight like someone unafraid of harm.
Oh.
Angels wield no shields,
Yeah.
no armor, and fight with reckless abandon. Strike them here, and here.
With what? Some secret weapon of yours?
Are you really so dense you don't realize you're holding the answer?
Angelic weapons? It's that simple? How is no one else figured this out?
Damn.
My daughters and I were cornered in that last extermination. You don't become an angelic arms dealer without arming yourself first.
Oh, shit.
I see you're driven by your detestation. You need a different type of motivation, or there's no way that you can handle this.
Damn, dude. I love her, man.
For love, you gotta fight without gloves, long as you're out for love.
I love this too because this goes back to them having and sharing that duet previously. And now they're actually in the same room sharing in one because their fight's the same fight. It's one of love.
Think of who you care about, protect them and be out for love.
I never thought we'd get a fucking training sequence in this show, man. Oh, whoa, ho, hold on, what?
You might just survive this.
She grew her wings back. What the fuck? Let's go. But yeah, for somebody that has never been hurt or doesn't believe they can be hurt, you can exploit that so easily because they're not going to have that fire that you have, that hunger, that desperation, that survivor's instinct, that survivor fight or flight mentality.
Because she always supported me and my ideas, and now I don't know whether or not that was just more of the lies.
Oh, come
That's a horrible thing to
on.
think. Do I think that? Yes. No. Kinda.
I get it.
Said you love this girl?
Yes. Or, well, yes.
No.
Have you ever once doubted that she loves you in return? Well, then what's the problem? Isn't that silly hotel of yours all about redemption?
Yes.
Perhaps this girl was trying to redeem herself too.
She knows better than anyone that I believe in second chances. Why not tell me?
It can be difficult to admit to things you're not proud of. Especially
No.
if those things hurt the ones you love. She
Like
fucked up,
eating people.
Sure. She's flawed, but hey, who down here isn't?
Aww.
Anything I've learned, it's that words are cheap, but actions, they speak the truth. So,
Hell yeah.
what have her actions said?
That she believes in me. Right now, she's off learning how to protect everything we've worked for. And I can't even pitch my hotel right.
Well, how do you normally explain your hotel?
By singing. But that never works.
It will work here. Trust me.
That was a really good moment, man. Aww.
Have you ever wanted something that was so clear in your mind that you could taste it? You mean like human flesh? For the first time in my life, I might have to be ready for this. Ready to be the one who's leading from the front.
Alistair is such a goddamn enigma, man. Sometimes I feel like he's actually kind of weirdly proud of her. But again, like he said, a smile masks so much.
You're willing to die to save the people of your city. By die, you mean use my teeth to rip flesh apart. That's a start. You'll form life-changing friendships with the folks along the way.
Feast on all the angels you can eat.
There it is.
Free food!
Free food!
My destiny could never be postponed. When Adam brings the battle here, I must appear like I'm ready for this.
Let's go.
Like her daddy, she is very powerful.
She's filled with potential that I could guide.
Oh, there it is. That is.
For the first time in our lives, we know that we are ready for this. We'll show heaven up like they won't forget.
I think her power is something he's hoping to point it in his own direction one day.
Really hope that I'm ready for this.
Aww. That was a good one, man. Oh, and now we got all the weapons we need, too.
I got you a souvenir from Cannibal Town.
Aww.
The wings are new. They look nice. Come on, let's go home.
Come along, let's put some effort into these fortifications. Yeah.
Aww.
We decided to show up. We thought we were fighting by ourselves.
You're still here.
Do you think we're a bunch of pussies?
I just got used to you guys. I ain't finding no new drinking buddies.
I made up the stains on the carpet. Looks like we have a lot of work to do.
Damn, man. That was such a good episode. Man, I love the way that this kind of picked up. Obviously, she's going to have her doubts, but like I mentioned before, and hell, like Rosie mentioned, like you believe in your hotel, right? You believe in redemption. This would be the ultimate test of her resolve, would be able to overcome that and look past the lie, as well as the revelation that she's killed thousands of her own people. Honestly, I was really surprised with the way that Rosie was able to kind of guide her through that situation. You know, she was just like, you know, look back, you know, take aside the things that she said or not said. What have her actions said? She's literally done anything and everything for Charlie to make her dream a reality. Yes, she made a mistake. Yes, she kept something from you. Understandably, something that would have made her upset. But that's something hard to admit when you've made a mistake like that, when you've made a big mistake like that. The realization that came with that once she was down on the ground and realized face to face what she was kind of had been doing, you know, that's hard to swallow. And then when you're right in front of somebody whose people you've been slaughtering and all that kind of stuff, it's not just going to be easy to admit that, especially once you start to fall for them. It's like the truth should come to light, but, you know, you can't really blame her either at the end of the day. But, you know, the further that relationship progressed, she should have found out from her and not from Adam of all people. You know, there's truth on both sides, but Charlie's not wrong for feeling the way she does. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, and rightfully so, by the end of this, she does realize why she withheld that information, but that what they have is real. And all of that is accentuated once again, yet again, by Vaggie's actions. When she's the one that's like, hey, if anybody's going to defend this hotel, it's not your all's responsibility, it's mine. I'm going to go figure out how to do this, figure out how Carmilla took this angel down, see if we can exploit that, utilize that, learn how to do that ourselves, or find out how or with what she may have done that with. And then it brought those two back together, who once again shared a whole duet while completely dealing with separate issues and just building them to this moment of coming together because their stories have both been about protecting who and what they love. That what they have that angels seemingly don't is this fear, this survival instinct, this need to protect. Like the angels' hubris is their downfall. They feel invincible. This is the first time where they're like, oh shit, we can die? I didn't even know it was possible. I mean, hell, Vaggie didn't know they could even be hurt until she was struck down, which should have been like a realization, I would imagine. Maybe that she's like, oh, well, an angel did it. But the fact that an actual sinner, a demon, was able to do this is something that maybe have been unheard of. But like the answer was right there. It's the angelic weapons. It's their weak points. It's these points where they're not even trying to guard because they feel so untouchable and invincible. You know, they don't fight with style, with precision, with this need to survive. They're reckless. They're just going in and just spraying and praying because they don't think they're in any danger. And there's a whole different way you fight. There's a whole other part of your mind that is activated when you are in fight or flight mode, when you are having that adrenaline pumping where you think you're on the edge, or when you got somebody who needs you in a moment of desperation, the way that you will rise above in the intensity of a moment to just fight for that, you become a wholly other unleashed creature when something like that happens. And that's what might give them the edge, on top of this angelic arsenal that she's kind of been hoarding for herself during these purges. So they're now armed to the teeth with some of these very same angelic weapons. And I like that I don't even know what you call those things that go down to her ballet shoes that she seemingly kind of wears that are wrapped up her leg. That's all angelic steel. And I loved that. Her design is wild and wicked. I loved it. And then their whole exchange, they're coming together over this idea of shared love and protection. She's like, hey, I'm not going to do this for you, but I'll show you how to do it. You know, you will fight the fight. You will protect your people. What is the old saying? You can give a man a fish and you feed them for a day, but if you teach a man to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. That's what she's doing here. And that song was just wicked. We had a whole little training montage in the middle of this song, which was really well done. Also, I love that Carmilla, you know, after reading a lot of your all's comments, you know, speculating the whole theories and all that regarding Vaggie's backstory and all that, to just have her outright just be like, you have the eye and the spear. Of course I knew you were an angel. It's pretty obvious. How did you guys feel about that? It kind of came off like a little bit of a jab at all the has-been theorists. Meanwhile, Alistair is pulling his strings, and I don't know, man. There's so many times where I feel like there's no one around to see his act sometimes, like with the Mimsy thing, that I don't know where his intentions lie. But at the end of the day, every time we're like, oh, it's sinister, he's like, no, nothing violent. Or no, blah, blah, blah. No, that's fine. And then he gives these moments where he's genuinely proud, or seems genuinely proud of her growth, her stepping up to the plate. And then you have these little lines where he's just like, he's talking about how he can use her power for what? I don't know. But it just definitely feels like he's playing a completely different game than everybody else. I get strong in-game villain vibes from Alistair, man. I would like to be surprised. I would like to have that subverted. Sure, but equally so, I would not be shocked if he is the in-game bad guy. Like, he ends up being the most powerful thing in heaven and hell and has to be stopped. That he's using all of these situations to get exactly what he wants and what he needs. Even this subjugation to this unknown entity, which I'm still willing to bet it's Lilith. You know, a lot of people share the same sentiment, you know, that there's some correlation with him and Lilith. No, the 7 years thing's not a coincidence, but to what extent the relationship is involved, who knows? But I'm willing to bet that's the whole reason he's here on some charge because of his leash. I think that's the whole reason he's at the hotel. That's the whole reason he's basically grooming Charlie to be the best version of herself and helping her with the hotel and all that. That's probably his charge. And he got his jollies off fucking around with Lucifer when he came in, because I think he sees Lucifer as like this ultimate end goal. Him and Lilith are like the top dogs down here, right? So like he sees them as the ultimate obstacle, and I think anytime he could downplay that or take a shot at him, he was taking it. How better to do that than to get his claws into their daughter? And speaking of, you guys clarified for me in the last video that apparently Alistair is confirmed aromantic. He's asexual, so like any kind of actual relationship with Lilith definitely is likely out of the park. But, you know, him being sent here as kind of a guardian angel, you know, he could still be or play into this father figure type. But after the fact, out of the moment of that song, once you kind of take a step back and re-examine like the rest of the show up until that point, he's always kind of had a very standoffish approach to the way that the hotel works. You know, he's there a lot, but like he's always kind of looming in the shadow. This was the first time he was very prominently present. The moment Lucifer came and knocking, you know, once Lucifer walked through that door, his eye was twitching. I think he played into that just even more, just to kind of take these shots at Lucifer. I think that's why he amped up that whole dad angle. He knew it would get under his skin, and it definitely did. It definitely worked. So that kind of leads into my whole idea about the whole Lilith thing, because maybe because if he's under her chain, he's under her charge, and he can't really do anything or break away from that, maybe he can at least take some jabs at the family dynamic a little bit as his way of kind of exerting a little bit of power. I don't know. There could be something else about it too, because just because they don't have like a romantic or sexual relationship or anything like that doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't necessarily see her as like this daughter figure, that he's kind of coming in here to kind of take care of everything that's going on, do all these things for her, protect the place, all that. But again, there very much so could be wholly another thing, another layer to that we don't necessarily understand. And it is, like he said with this smile, its own mask, because he switches on a dime sometimes, man. I never know what he's thinking. Because like I said, there are times where it seems like he's genuinely proud of her growth and what she's accomplished for herself. I want to believe in good Alistair, but it's Alistair. I just feel like he's so beyond everybody else in some weird roundabout way, but we'll find out later. I've been rambling for too long. We got another episode to jump into, guys. What did you all think? How'd you feel about this episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're not a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan, Karen, York, Coruscant, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hell, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, JoJo, Russell Crockett, and Justin Smith. Thank you guys so much for continued support, and everybody who's been supporting the channel along the way. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.